the rest of it. The parts I didn't catch when I wasn't lurking. All right. So this is one of those sets that has no numbered bags, so we're just gonna have to open everything. That is tea at the moment. It's chai. It's actually apple spiced chai. Actually, oh, spiced apple chai, I should say. I actually have another bag of it here, and the reason for that is that I brought the bag with me when I came upstairs while the water was heating, and then I went down and then I made a cup of tea and then realized I had a bag up here. But the upside of that is I can show you exactly what it is. 20 it's chai spiced apple. It's interesting. It's one that I think I got it last year at work when somebody brought in a bunch of like food they were getting rid of, like stuff from their kitchen that they just didn't want, and they had an unopened package of that. I'm like, okay, I'll try it. It's pretty good. Okay. Oh, also tell me, I don't think you can hear it. I think the filter is taking it out, hopefully. But there's a fan on my phone right now to try to cool it down because it keeps overheating. So if you hear a fan buzzing noise, let me know because I'll see if I can adjust things. So either I will abandon that attempt or I will. Good, you got sleepy though. Ah, how far did you get? Did you beat the whole game? Are you now an expert in Japanese? Miss Malibu was playing Final Fantasy VII Remake in Japanese to help learn Japanese. I'm trying to. Did you? Because you were playing it in English before. Did you beat it in English, or did you switch? Or are you continuing from your where you were and you just switched it over? Oh, hey, Crichton, how's it going? So yes, this is the Dickens set, and it's based on Christmas Carol, and so we've got Scrooge, and wow, that's not focusing, is it? And Tiny Tim, and why did I just blink his dad's name? Cratchit. I almost said Marley, who's the partner. Bob Cratchit, right? Well, so I've collected them over time. The Mario one I wear a lot actually came in a box that was one of those. It's a box about this big, and they usually are like $30, and it's just a bunch of random like Mario related swag. It's like it's supposed to be a gift box, but I got it on clearance after Christmas last year or the year before, and I paid like $7 for it. And I figured the hat, because it said there was a hat in it, I figured it was going to be really low quality. That hat is actually a pretty darn good hat. The Metroid one I actually got from another one of those boxes that was Metroid themed. They're kind of like loot crates, except they're just uh, only in Final Fantasy Japanese. Wait, have you been playing it in Japanese the whole time? What? Um, I'm confused now. But they're like loot crates type things, but they're ones that you can just buy at like GameStop or places like that will sell them. I guess technically I could make my own, but I feel weird wearing my own crochet creations. Why is that? Make something awesome and then wear it and show it off. Or don't show it off if you're at home with show show it off to the baby. I think it's maybe a show off if you wear it and you go around being like, "You see this hat? What do you think of this hat? Guess who made it? What do you think? Isn't it great? Isn't it the best?" That's a little show off. But if you're just wearing it and people are like, "Oh, that's cool," and then if people are like, "Oh, that's dumb," then you just don't tell them who made it. But that's probably not going to happen. And that doesn't sound like what you're concerned about anyway. If you're just wearing it, like you're not showing it off unless you're going out of your. I don't think unless you're going out of your way to like make people know that you did this. So And then when they really like it, you offer to make it for them for like $200 premium homemade gifts. That's how you're raking the dough. Then I'll be like, I'm not dumb. Your face is doing this. See, you know how to handle it, so you should wear it. I don't think you're going to get that anyway. Don't think that's a concern. Okay, so we need some short legs. Oh, but then this one was actually from a Switch party thing that I'm not sure what the company it's through. I can't remember the name. But April actually signed up for it, and you signed up for a chance to be part of it, and the person who hosted it got some games, and then everybody got some swag, and this was one of those. And I'm like, this is amazing, and I have to wear it today. So that's where this one came from. Hey, Wolfman Brim, how's it going? Oh, I'd finished it in English, but it kind of rushed through, so now we're playing in Japanese. Okay, that's what I thought. The dialogue is localized, though, so English subtitles don't always match the Japanese audio. Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah, that happens. I know that happens a lot with like anime and stuff, where they don't just translate it in the official like subtitles, they translate it and then also like localize it, like you said. So well, I remember we used to. There was at one point at a friend's house we watched. What was the anime? Was it Evangelion that we watched part of? But he turned on. He somehow managed to turn on English subtitles and it was like the English subtitles, but then also the there was like literal ones and then the regular ones. I'm not sure how he did that, but it was just interesting comparing them because they were not saying the same thing. Oh, this is why did this screen just turn on off? Oh, I guess it's going to sleep because I have instructions up here, and so I'm turning the page every once in a while. I see. I just will have to like tap that screen. That's my fancy. I'm using a whole separate computer to show a still image right now. It's a little. I should have just stuck it on the overlay. But if we do get through this in time, and I'm not done streaming, I'm gonna do the Brickhead, and I do have the instructions on here. I'm doing okay at the moment. There were so many issues getting stream running today, so it's much later than I was planning. But fortunately, we're not doing a large set. I have the gingerbread house that I'll probably be doing next week. That one I need to start a lot earlier because it's a big set. Does anybody see this torso right here that I'm staring at? Okay, so I have the wrong hair on there. So there's one face for Bob Cratchit. I wish there was more light going right about now, but I need to fix this because I used to have a better light setup and I don't know what I did. You can see his green sweater has a grid of brown lines on it. It's a nice little torso, and I like it when they give us torsos that aren't just repeats. Because sometimes in these sets, when obviously this doesn't take place in modern time. A lot of times when they do, they kind of reuse some of the like city torsos that they've used a million times. And so you get 50 of that. What is it? The green shirt with the blue sweatshirt over it. That I don't know how many I have of that. One torso. There's like a bunch of city sets came with it, and yeah. Speaking of gingerbread house, should I sign up for the gingerbread contest? The health department is going to provide families with gingerbread houses to decorate and submit a picture to win prizes. Well, it's a free gingerbread house. Though I don't know that I've ever actually eaten a gingerbread house, because usually you leave them until they're not edible. I was gonna say it's free cookies, but it's more free decoration. Okay. Now one day I will get that. Oh, Final Fantasy Remake. One day when I have time to be a complete nerd again, maybe in a few years when Bea is older and she can be a nerd with me. Well, they're going to be releasing it in a bunch of parts, so maybe by then you can get like parts 2 and 3 at the same time. Is that because it's healthier to build a gingerbread house than it is to eat a gingerbread house? Okay, so Tiny Tim has this little face here with a slight smile on it. This side, he's got like dirt on his cheeks. I'm assuming that's dirt. Maybe it's suit. I don't know. Yeah, so that seems like that. I have not seen this face before. I think it is custom for him. I do not know, though, for sure. So he's got some wrinkles on the back of the shirts. I like when they add some little details. Like there's not a lot they could do. This shirt wouldn't have a lot going on, but they added the wrinkles in the clothing. And he's got a little walking stick. You have a point. I wish I was good at decorating one, but I would do it for the fun of it, not to win. Yeah, so I mean that's the thing is if they're providing the gingerbread house, like there's really not a lot you're risking by entering it. Unless the only thing would be, and I've done that recently with some projects I've gotten in over my head, is if you don't have time and it's just going to stress you out trying to get it done, but you know that once you have it, you won't be able to not do it. That's the only time I would say, yeah, don't do it. If not, I'd say you get a free gingerbread house, and if you don't get it complete, I don't know. I don't know if they have a stipulation that if you don't get an entry, they charge you for it or take it back. I don't know. That you might want to think about, but most likely not. I would say then you can at least build it later, or I would say build it and just like sort of decorate it and then fix it later if you don't have time. Is that little Timmy? That's what happened with the pumpkins. What happened with the pumpkins? Oh, you got free pumpkins and then decorated them later. So yes, this is Tiny Tim. I had like 7 pumpkins laying around for a week and a half, and I didn't have time to deal with them, and they stayed up later than I should have carving, and then stayed up later than I should have carving them off. I got a pumpkin this year and ended up not carving it. The upside of that is it was sitting outside my house as decoration until like yesterday or the day before. No, it was garbage day, which was like Wednesday. I threw it out because it was starting to go bad. But once you cut a pumpkin, it goes bad a lot quicker. So since it wasn't cut, it was just a nice festive fall decoration. The pic I took of Bee Surrounded by Pumpkins. Yes, you did. I keep trying to. My brain wants to turn the page up there. I've gotten so used to it. So the instructions aren't quite as easy to read. Not on the screen now. I don't have as much overhead light as I would like for reading off the paper, but it hasn't been an issue when the instructions have been on the screen. But now I'm remembering what an issue it was. So we'll see. There's a bit of browns, and sometimes can be tricky. Okay, so we're actually attaching this. So as you can see, this is one that is actually it looks like a book. Like it's built on top of a book. It's kind of the second they've done like this, unless I've missed them. They did one for Hans Christian Andersen, but it was a book that was open, and the scene was kind of on the pages of it. I have that around somewhere. I'll have to show that sometime. I'm not sure where it is at the moment. I think it's downstairs, but it was very cool. It's interesting that they didn't do them the same style here, but I think they'll still probably look pretty good next to each other. You'll just have one book that's on its side and one book. I mean, they're both on its side, but yeah, you know what I'm saying. One thing that would be kind of fun to do with this, because they've done a number of books, and I don't know if you guys have seen, April did a review video of the new, or if you've just heard about them in general, they're doing new Harry Potter books, a series of 4 Harry Potter. They're sets that look like books, and then when they actually open up and there's a scene inside. Don't you? Oh, thank you for that follow. Zamaron Santana. Let me know if I said that completely wrong. Once Upon a Story, I think it was called. Yeah, it was something like that. Yeah, it wasn't, because I don't think the set was called Hans Christian Andersen. I think you're right there. But it was Hans Christian Andersen. The same way this set is technically called like the Charles Dickens tribute, but I keep referring to it as the Christmas Carol set. I still have one in my carport. The other ones look like they melted, so I scooped it into the compost bin. Oh yeah, see, compost. I wish I had a compost bin. That would have been a better use of the pumpkin. But so you have one pumpkin that's still. Did you carve that one or not? If you carved it and it's still around, that's good. You stopped in to say hi, changing quality really worked though. Okay, good. I can watch without glitches. Love Tiny Tim sleeping. Good night. Well, good night, Mom. I'm glad that you actually got quality settings. Oh, you painted it. Oh, that's right. You painted it so that you didn't have to worry about that. Yes. Wow. Where my brain? It's the one that looks like it has a mud masking cucumbers. Okay. Well, I'm glad that that one is holding on for a little bit. But what I was thinking, what would be fun with this is if you end up thinking you didn't have room to display it like this. If you took the scene off of it, I'll point to the picture down here. If you took the scene off of it and just flipped it on its side, that book would be fun on like a bookshelf. Or with the other, like the Harry Potter books, they did a series of Disney princess ones that were, so there's a variety of Lego books that are not books, if you know what I mean. So. Do you ever display the holiday builds in your window? No, but that's partly because my house doesn't really have windows that display well. The way my setup is, it's split, and downstairs I don't really have a front window. And then the upstairs window, I could put it in my bedroom window, actually. I guess there is space there. I just don't know how well you'd be able to see it up on the second floor. So I have not done that. But that's why I started streaming, so I could show people things over the internet. I started streaming because I don't have a window. That's the whole reason. Yeah, I got there. That's weird. I thought I had it set so it didn't actually go into sleep mode ever. You know what? I'm gonna change that really fast just because it will stop me from getting annoyed constantly. Yeah, I have an upstairs, but my place is also a townhouse, so it's like the square footage is not. It's not like I have the square footage of like 2 stories. Well, I guess technically I do, but it's just I like 2 smaller, like half houses stacked, basically, if that. Okay, so let's go into. Let's see. Okay. I can't remember where they keep changing the settings. Sleep. So on when plugged in, turn off the screen after never. When plugged in, PC goes to sleep after never. There we go. So that's the way I like it. Lego don't like a lot of sunlight. It will. Oh yeah, that's actually I thought of that, and then I got into talking about how I didn't have a window anyway, and then I forgot. So that's a very good point, Ken. That yeah, leaving Lego in a window wouldn't be a great idea for it anyway. The UV will not be kind to it. So yeah. Sadly, unless you have like special windows with a UV screen on them, then it might be better. But I'd also be worried, and I guess it depends where you live too. I'd be worried if you put a bunch of Lego in the window that you're more likely to get somebody to break in. Because Lego's good stuff. If I was going through a neighborhood deciding where to break in, I'd pick the one with Lego in the window, of course. I'm not going to be breaking in anywhere. There'd be a house with just like literally piles of gold in the window, and then there would be one next door with like the Millennium Falcon, and I'd be like, "Let's go." I have a small place, looks big from the outside because this is a 2-story house, but they closed off the downstairs and turned it into a separate suite. But it's kind of awkward. Awkward how? Like, awkward to get into it because it's not made to enter the second floor, like, originally, or the sun slowly destroys the Lego. Yeah. The one thing I do want to try at some point that I've heard, I don't know if you've seen that technique for fixing yellowing on Lego bricks, on like old white and gray bricks. There's a technique where you actually like you soak them in, and I don't remember it exactly, so don't like find instructions on it before anybody was to do it. Don't just go off what I'm saying. But if I remember correctly, it's like you use hydrogen peroxide, and then you put the bricks in it, and then you put them out in the sun, and it has to be on a sunny day because the UV like reacts with it, but you can't leave it very long. And you also have to make sure they're completely submerged because if they're like floating on the water, it will leave like marks where the edge of the water hit the brick. So one of the reasons I haven't tried it is because it sounds like it's like, hey, this works perfectly, except you have to be careful of this, and this, and it makes me a little paranoid. But I've thought about doing it with some bricks I got, some like cheap bulk bricks I got that were old and yellowed, where like if something happened to them, it wouldn't be the end of the world. Definitely would do that before I did it on like an actual set I wanted to keep. My nerd room was a bedroom, but the entry door comes into here, and then it goes into the connecting living room kitchen, and they closed off the dining room, and that is the bedroom that connects to the kitchen. That's weird. And I have no storage room. That is a strange. That kind of works, but it makes them brittle. Really? Okay. See, the whole thing kind of made me nervous. Okay, it's good to know that. Have you tried it, or did you just hear from somebody that said, like, don't try this? I'd only really want to try it with, if I was going to do that, I'd do it with, like, some bricks that were just really bad looking and that, like, I wouldn't be able to use anyway. If it was actually part of a set, then no. Okay, I need one more of these. Anybody see it? Found it. That always happens. If I ask you guys for it, it will appear. And to turn the light in the living room, I have to walk like 10 feet into the living room to get to the switch. Oh, 10 feet into the living room to get to the switch. So you're walking through the dark. Hey, Rachel, how's it going? Welcome in. We're building books here. And by books, I mean book. Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol. Oh. That's why there's only one yellow one. Because it's white on the other side. Watched a lot of videos and was going to do it, but was told don't unless you want to replace the brick. Gotta be careful with those typos, Super. I am going to let it through. If I can get my cursor to the right screen. Automod did not appreciate that for relatively obvious reasons. To guesstimate the distance to the switch, I had to think how many of me can live between the door and the switch. So, yeah. Did I already read what you said, Ken? I'm confused by what I read in my head and read it out loud. Watched a lot of videos and was going to do it, but was told don't unless you want to replace the bricks. Okay. So then it's really not worth it. I was kind of worried because it was one of those too good to be true type things. So, yeah. Well, that's sad. It's sort of I mean, I should have known that was going to be the case because you're causing a chemical reaction in the bricks. It's literally what you're doing. There's not a lot of chemical reactions you can do to the bricks that aren't probably going to make them less structurally sound than they were previously. So. Oh, I skipped one piece because I don't know why. Oh, you gotta let me know. I'm building way off screen at the moment. Let's just slide the pile of bricks. There we go. So they are using these pieces, which if you're a Lego builder, you're probably very familiar with. If not, you may not be. But they have horizontal lines on one side and vertical on the other. We're building them all with the horizontal lines on the outside, and so it gives the look of the edges of a page. Obviously, the illusion kind of breaks down there a little, but overall, it looks pretty good. And I'm assuming this is going to be the spine of the book. Oh, but also, the way the scene goes, the spine of the book faces out. This side you won't really see if it's just like on a shelf against the wall. So that little loss of illusion isn't a big deal. It makes them white, but you go to pick the set up one day and it falls apart in your hands. So the only use for it would be if you wanted to display something and you were never going to touch it. And you were okay with the fact that one day it was probably, like, even then, one day it's probably just gonna, like, collapse into a pile. It's gonna be like the, like, Mummy movies. Or various, like, monster movies where something gets hit by the light and just disintegrates. Or they find an ancient scroll and then they touch it and it just collapses. Yep. All right, so there's the edges of the book, and it looks pretty nice. Now, obviously, if you look at this, you're not likely to be fooled into thinking it is a book. You're gonna be like, oh, it's a book made of Lego, but it's still a nice look. And I don't think most people get Lego sets for the purpose of hoping people get tricked into thinking it's not a Lego set. It's one thing I like. I have a lot of the Star Wars Lego vehicles, and I've seen some cool like toy versions of those same ships, and it's like, but I just want the Lego version because I like the look of it. For one thing, I like the style. By the way, how are you, Super? I don't know if I actually asked. After having to deal with your attempts to get through the Automa. I am doing all right at the moment. I had a lot of technical issues starting out today. Well, I had technical issues with the stream. I had non-technical issues with me and my brain, and just getting going today. Been getting not enough sleep, working on projects, which doesn't help. But reminds me, if anybody wants to see some of the stuff I've been working on, you should check my Instagram or TikTok. Yes, I said TikTok because I was tricked into it. I was tricked. If somebody can do, actually, I have it right here. Haha, I updated the socials. Bam. So there's Instagram. So if anybody's interested, there's Twitter. Twitter, mostly I just post like when I go live. Instagram, TikTok, and Discord. What I've been working on is advent calendar builds. It's just a time-lapse speed build of the various it's the Harry Potter and the Star Wars advent calendar. And I started on Instagram, and then I'm like, these are really short. Like, this would actually work for TikTok. So so I created a TikTok account at like midnight, trying to get it up for that day, for December 1st, when I just suddenly decided I was going to start those. Because that's how I roll. I think they actually posted the TikTok at like 12:05. I'm one of the cool kids now. With my TikTok account. Hey, Laser Flip. Forgot to drop. Alright. Now, the one thing about this set that's a little annoying is it has quite a few stickers for the size of it. I think that's partly because it was a gift with purchase set. This was one that you got if you spent enough money during a certain time frame. They only make a limited number. They make less of those than a regular Lego set you find in the store, and so it's probably a lot more cost effective to make stickers than to print these pieces. It's a little sad because these ones that go on like the spine of the book, or these, like you see these, there's 4 of those, there's 4 of these, there's 4 of these, they're all the same. So if they printed it, they would have 4 uses of that printed piece per set. A nice landing, Kin. Okay, this is one of those annoying things where if you look at the sticker, it was not printed aligned correctly. So what I'm going to try to do is put it on the brick misaligned the other way so that the gold design is actually centered on the brick. And that can be tricky, so bear with me. I am tempted to actually do the soap and water method. I wasn't sure I was gonna get that all out, but this is going to, I think this is gonna be a pain lining those up. So I think what I'm gonna do is come back to the stickers because they're not anywhere we can't get to. And then I'll take a break in a minute and go get that stuff. Because I just don't want to deal. I don't wanna. And you can't make me. Well, you can actually. Like, if basically anyone in chat asked nicely, I'd be like, okay, we'll do it a different way. All right. This is an interesting thing too that I did not know from any of the pictures of the set that I'd looked at. I didn't look at like the early hands-on reviews until I saw April building it on her stream. I did not realize that they made it so that there is a drawer here in the front. Which, note to self, don't put the drawer in until you've got the part to grab onto. Luckily, I should just be able to do that to this Lego. I also hadn't put these pieces on, so it wasn't going to slide as nicely. Okay, so it doesn't look like there's one that goes there, but there's not a need for it. All right. Now we are making 2 of these where we run one of these tiles that's 1x8, I believe, across using these. These are 2x4s. Whoops, I am off the camera. They're 2x4s, but they only have 2 studs on one side. And so when we connect them, you just get a smooth part here as well. So we do 2 of these. And then now it is interesting that they decided to design it like this, and I wonder if this is so you can grab it and pull it out, because they could have still used. Ooh, there's a tile in there that I didn't get all the way down, and that just makes it so it does not slide. But they could have made it so that this all blended together by continuing to use these. Or there are 2x2 off slopes that they could have used. Either way, it would have just made this edge of the book look more seamless. I'm not sure if they wanted the flat so it would be easier to put the stickers on that go this way. I'm not really sure. Or so it would be easier to read it. Thank you, Lady Mist. Actually, let's get the hot tea before it's not hot anymore. Okay, it's already not hot, but it's warm. But that would be fairly easy to switch out. I don't know how common those pieces are in the dark red, but so we'll have to put the stickers on here in a bit as well. But yeah, there is your book, just the basic book part. Now you'll notice the top is a little thinner and the edge of the spine overlaps. That's because the actual scene we build on here will go up higher and fix that. So there. All right. It's like we're just building more snow on this step. But then one gray piece that's going to start to be the base for the house here. This actually kind of amused me because I think it was in Dan and April's co-stream. Or was it on the Between the Bricks TV over on YouTube? But they were talking about, I think it was one of those. It might have just been somebody's individual stream. Just talking about the Christmas sets and how, like, this year was the Elf Clubhouse, last year was the Gingerbread, the one before was the Santa one. And wondering if this will be the end of this round, if they'll loop back around, because some of the ones they've done are more like they did a Christmas train and a Christmas train station, and they've done an old-fashioned firehouse. Ooh, nice job, Laser Flip. Oh, you just beat out Rachel. Poor Rachel. But they've done more, I guess, serious sets, I'd say. Less, more winter villagey sets than, like, Santa's Village. And so we're wondering if, like, if this is just going to be, like, a cycle where they go back and forth between the two. And I was saying what would be fun to be something completely different would be if they did a Christmas Carol set. And then this appeared. So the only downside of that is it means that they may be less likely to do an actual... I still think it would be fun for one of the large sets like the Elf Clubhouse to be Dickens inspired. At least that era. I do not know if I'm mentally prepared for what is about to happen. I don't know what's about to happen, but I have a feeling that I'm probably not. Steady to the target. Nicely done, Bubba. Hey, I love Legos. Did you pick up this set? This is the Charles Dickens GWP. Which I think I keep saying GWT, which it's gift with purchase. For those who don't know, that's just it's one of those things where it's an abbreviation that makes things more convenient until you have to explain it, then you might as well have said it. Oh! What have you done, Mist? Thank you for the raid. Mayloon, how are you, and how was your stream? Thank you for that raid. Oh, let me get a shout out going. Actually, do I still have that on here? Boom. Let's see. Oh, that's not working for me. That's not working. I'm gonna have to do it anyway. There we go. You're playing League of Legends. How did it go? Oh, Mist just landed for 92. Sorry, Laser Flip, you just got your score just got stolen like a minute later. Oh, welcome the Shibo and welcome Weil Ashtier, and thank you for I just got this hat and I do enjoy it. It was a gift, and the only thing is if you don't get this part lined up, you end up with Tom Nook having double noses or something. But we got first of the day, all good. Is it Animal Crossing? Yeah, it's Tom Nook from Animal Crossing. So it's not quite like last week I had a Santa hat, which was a little more festive. I don't know that Tom Nook is the most Christmassy, the most seasonal, wintry character, but I liked it too much, so I had to wear it. And if I take the headphones off, you can see he's got some ears on there too. They just kind of get caught up. Oh, first win of the day. Okay. I was gonna say I've it's been years since I played League of Legends, and I thought maybe first of the day was just some something that I wasn't remembering. She did the gliding event on stream today too. Oh, I somehow I missed the gliding event was happening, and I only know because Mist told me. But both days I have struggled with that. I don't know why I have such trouble with it. How many tries did it, if I might ask, did it take you to get that gliding event? I just kept like going too low and then ended up like falling or landing on something, and I'm just not good at flying, it turns out. Oh, by the way, I always forget to do this because I'm not a pro streamer. Introducing myself to everybody new, I am Shock the Toast, and I'm mostly, I just messed up poor Tom Nook. Mostly do Lego streams, not mostly messing with my Tom Nook hat, but you know, that too. And so right now we are working on a set that was a gift with purchase on the Lego store a few weeks ago, and it's based on Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol. So, what do you think? Animal Crossing Game of the Year? Animal Crossing is really fun. I haven't actually played it in a few months now. I need to get back into it. The problem, or the sad part, is I missed the Thanksgiving or the Turkey Day and Halloween. Was that Pumpkin Day? Is that what they called it? I missed those events, but next year. But I had to run it again to get the gold achievement for the first. Oh, you finished in one try for both. Okay. I think the one today I ended up getting on the second try. But yeah. Actually, sometimes the problem I was having with both was I would miss one of the tokens, and then I would just like try to get it and end up like crashing and burning. So I just perfectionists have to get it right the first time, and then I don't. Oh, nice landing, Faith. Oh, bumped my perfect landing. Oh, was I Love Legos heading right for the leaf pile? And how? Okay, I've actually been to your stream. I think I was lurking. I can't remember. But how do you pronounce your name? Rui. It's it's one that I really I kind of just don't want to attempt because I have a feeling I'm just going to say it so totally wrong. So if you can tell me how to say it, because I just feel bad and I do not want to say it totally. People just call her RQ. That I can handle. I can do that. So welcome, RQ. I realized I don't think I said hi to you as either. I'm still playing Pocket Camp, but I have to go outside of my dorm room to get public Wi-Fi to play it, and it's getting colder outside. Oh no. Is there like a common area with Wi-Fi that's an indoor? Oh, wait. Faith bumped both of you? Bumped Super too? Wow, this is rude. I'm very disappointed. RQ is okay. Okay, I'll go with that. I've seen you in Mike's stream. Oh, okay. But you were also... Didn't you play Rockawin at one point? Because I want to say that I might be confusing you, getting your name confused with someone else. I think you're somebody, maybe somebody that if you were playing Rockawin at one point, I was lurking. We all dropped it once. Yeah, sometimes I'm not looking at the screen and I miss the drama. You might have lurked you. Okay, so that was you. That's what I thought. I do that sometimes. I did a little lurk. It seems like it was while I was in the middle of work stuff or something, so I couldn't actually... Well, I didn't want to say hi and then immediately disappear. I played Rockawin, missed out tons. Of course she did. She knows all the things. But Rockawin is less of a game you play, more of a game that plays you, I think. With the emotions. Okay, there is a brown little corner tile. I don't even know what to call these. I keep trying to figure out a good name for them. Oh, never mind. There isn't. Oh, that's the issue. I was looking for a piece like this because they do make those, but they're actually using two different pieces. And if I actually look at the parts, this is what I mentioned earlier. Dark brown is hard on the instructions because the black lines just kind of disappear. Like you got to get the light really good to notice there's a line between. Skim the leaf pile. I say hi and disappear all the time. Yeah. I I do sometimes I do, and then sometimes I feel bad because I'm always afraid like somebody's gonna say, "Hey, how's it going?" Like, and I've just left, and then they're like, "Oh, why did you not answer me?" But they're probably also just busy with whatever they're doing, so they, if I didn't answer, they may have just forgotten anyway. It might not be as big of a deal as I think in my head. Nice landing, super. I guess maybe a better option is to go to my department building with couch and Wi-Fi, but it's been more or less always raining recently, so I don't want to go outside. Yeah, I guess if the choice was between going outside in the cold and the rain and sitting there and going through the cold and the rain to get to a building to be warm, but obviously one option is to not play. That keeps you warmer and drier. You drop in and disappear all the time. It's all right. I don't mind when people do that, but for some reason it's in my head that like I don't want to do that. I guess it's a double standard. Because I understand if I ask somebody how they're doing and I don't get a response, that there's a good chance that they got pulled away for who knows what reason. So I do not have issues with that. High score today. Laser flip with 95.11. Oh no, you just stole it back from Mist. She's not happy. Wow, these are some really high scores today. It doesn't seem like it's that often that we get like within such a short period of time multiples in the 90s. All right, we are making a little candle here. Oh, and I totally realized I skipped. Yeah. Okay. Wait, I did that wrong. I did it late. Oh, you were trying to interfere with the drop. Do I still have all-time high? I think so. If you do exclamation point exclamation point top drop. Sorry, I saw Choco and I was gonna say hi, hey, and I almost said exclamation point Choco, and that's not a command. I don't think yet. Hey, Ponson. I got bodied. Oh wait, no. That's right. I forgot about that. You weren't here. That was what, 2 weeks ago? When because you and Uber were tied for that top score, and then Jack came in and just 96.97. What is with all the 90s? And they're like mid to high 90s too. But yeah, sorry, I love Lego. Jack came in and got a 99.98 just to make everybody cry. So you're gonna have to work hard to take that back. But I feel like the chances that you and Uber end up tied with top score again are very low. That was a very interesting situation. I actually had to reprogram the score tracker to handle ties, and I don't think we've had a tie since then. So I guess I can't technically say that part's working because we haven't tried it. Because I actually had to manually enter the scores into the system, so it's possible that that it's just going to explode if somebody gets a tied score again. Oh, that's not true because I did actually test it, but I tested it just by like passing in scores, so fake scores and testing it that way. Hey Miles, how's it going? All right. Well, we're to this point, and there's a number of stickers we need to put on now, so I think I'm gonna stop to get the stuff I need to do that, which should take me like 5 minutes. I should be back. I almost wonder if I should heat this up again because it's a little cold. And yep, we are building that set right there, which has quite a lot of stickers for a set of this size. So, is there a winter drop? You know what? I bet there is. I just didn't check. This is apple. Wait, is it? Chai spiced apple, I should say. Which is one I'm not sure if I would have just tried, but I got it for free, and I really like it. So I might get some more when I run out of the big box of it. You need you a mug warmer. It's like a ghoster. I'm assuming that's a coaster. Thanks for the hydrates. Actually, I think I'm gonna switch to some of this. It's a little more hydrating. Since that tea has milk in it. Oh, and the posture checks. Thank you, Luna. Double tea action. I have seen I've seen mug warmers, but I hadn't actually thought about getting one. Now I think you have a very good point. I think that's partly because usually when I have tea or like hot chocolate or something, I just chug it. I don't know why. It's usually just gone. But when now on stream, that used to be the case, but on stream, yeah, I will just let it sit there, and then it gets cold. So this would be a good time for it. Yeah, I could have an insulated tumbler, but then I couldn't have my fun mugs, like this one from the Dragon Feeny, who's a game streamer. She does a lot of Mario Maker. Is that focusing? Seasons eatings. Fun mugs are fun. I also have. Where's the other mug? This is mine from Nerdy Singer Kate. I brought the milk up separately in it. So the kazoo mug. Come on, you can focus. Time to get serious. If you haven't been to her streams, one of her redeems is you can have her play a song on the kazoo. That's because you're one talking, two building Lego sets. Yes. Yeah. Often when I'm drinking something like this, I'd be like watching TV or something, and there's nothing to stop me from just chugging it. I got my cousin to make my nephew a mug. It has some marshmallow head guy on one side and his name on the other side. Oh, from Fortnite. Okay. So it wasn't just like a random marshmallow head guy. It actually had... It was something that he would recognize. I would actually, now that I think about it, I would love to have a hot chocolate mug with the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. That'd be great. Christmas monkey? Thanks for the bits. What's the Christmas monkey? Oh, the emote that TW used. Okay, I should have known. Should have known. That's cute. Yeah, I'm slow, but I figure things out eventually. Sometimes. It didn't help. All right. Well, I am going to take that break really quickly just to get the stuff for the stickers. For those who haven't seen that technique, it may be helpful. I find it's extremely helpful for clear stickers, because clear stickers, if you get anything under them, it's just gross because it's caught under there. And you can't reposition clear stickers because with these, if you get it slightly wrong, you can kind of repeel and stick it. But the glue underneath won't be even anymore. With a clear sticker, suddenly if the glue's not even, it ends up it looks bad. It just looks bad. You've got like cloudy pieces. Yeah. Miss, do the acorns have collision, or are you paying for better RNG? Oh, it's collision. Yeah, it's just random. She's just throwing money for extra randomness that may or may not be helpful at all. I lurk in that channel just to see if I could catch one of the sub bombs. Nice. Just because you wanted the emotes. So did you get a sub, or did you just, I mean, if you lurked long enough, you could unlock the emote with points. That's the other advantage of lurking if you want the emotes. But yeah. So what I'm gonna get is it's some water with a little soap. I'll explain it better when I get back. And just a little bit, and it makes it so that the stickers don't stick immediately, and you can kind of slide them around and get them right in place. You did get a gift sub this month. Nice. It's a perfect month for it too. I'm assuming if they have multiple holiday, well, even if it's just the one, having a nice holiday monkey. I had a custom printed mug done in my junior high school years. It's 4 frames in the motion of a laser flip. Oh, nice! That is awesome. Do you still have that mug somewhere?
No way. This is my jam.
This is
Oh,
also
Miss,
my
thank
jam.
you for that gift sub to RQ. That's very much appreciated. I will get you know what, actually, what I'm gonna do.
No way. This is my jam.
And one to
This is
Mayloon,
also
thank
my
you for that
jam.
as well. I did a shout out for Mayloon, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did. But I'm gonna right after the raid bell, I'll do it again. And but also because I haven't actually let's
No way. This is my jam.
This is also my jam.
I'm gonna go drop a follow too before I totally forget. And then I think I have pictures of the mug. Okay. I was wondering if you the mug is in my house and I'm far away from. Oh yeah, but I have pictures. Pictures would be fun. Give a shout out for Mist as well. Wait, this is my jam. This is also my jam. Yes. All right. Well, I am going to run and get that because I keep saying it, and now I'm just being a liar. So I will be right back. But as always, the drop game keeps running, so feel free to entertain yourselves. I sub here for the support. The emotes are an added bonus. Oh, thanks, Ponson. And that means a lot coming from someone that we know really enjoys bread emotes in general. All right, BRB. I went to my starting student screen for a second. Jeez, everybody. Gotta stay on brand. Oh, okay, that's deserving of some pun emotes. Well done. Well done, Ponza. All right, so for those of you that haven't seen this before, either seen or me do it or read about it other places online, if you want to do this for your stickers, what I've gotten here is, first of all, gotta turn the camera on. This is water, but the important thing is it's distilled water, which you can get a gallon of distilled water. It's like $1, maybe. I don't know. I can't remember. It's cheap. So it's not very expensive to just get distilled water. The important thing with that is your tap water, probably even if you run it through a water filter, you may have like hard water. You've got different minerals and stuff in there, which actually some minerals are good for you, not so great for stickers. Where can I post my laser flip mug if I want to share? You can either post it on the Discord, or you can just DM it to me and I will, or whisper it to me and I will post it in chat. Actually, I think you can just post the link in chat too. Discord is nice if you want people to be able to see it later. If it's if you just want to share it now, then yeah, you should be able to post the link. Because I'm pretty sure, I know I have it set so at least subs can post links. I'm trying to remember if I have it set so everybody can. You can also make it, but it's kind of a pain. Oh, distilled water. Yeah, it's really not worth it unless you're using, I wouldn't think unless you're using a ton of distilled water for something. For this, I don't use it that much. Actually, the amount of water I put in here, way more than I needed. I always do that. I just pour it in and be like, wait, that's more than I needed. You also want just like a drop of soap. I'm using a laundry detergent that you want something that has no artificial colors and no. I always want to say artificial colors and artificial flavors. You don't want that either, but your soap probably doesn't have that artificial colors and artificial scents, because you know the ones that like smell like lemons or whatever, like you don't, or ocean breeze. You don't want that in there. So you want just a very simple soap. And if you don't know how soap works, soap literally, like the main thing with basic soap is it makes things slipperier. So it's supposed to, like when you're washing your hands, the whole point of like hand soap is it makes it so that the dirt, the germs and everything kind of, it makes it harder for them to stick. So that's one of the main things. But then when you have like an antibacterial, it also has other stuff to kill it off. But so the point of this, the little bit of soap in there is to make it slippery. So when I apply the sticker, it lets you move it around. It doesn't just bond instantly. So if I misalign it, which I'm likely to do, I can fix it. And it's better to get a little too much than too little. But then what I'm doing is once I look at it and I think it's good, it's hard to tell. Does that look centered? That might not be quite, but that's close enough for now. Then I'm going to wipe it off with this cloth to kind of squeegee out the extra and just get the water off of it. So, okay. For those who haven't seen me do this before, I thought you were going to dance or something. Oh, sorry, missed. I used to use distilled water for Furby's formula. Oh, okay. She's definitely Rockwin Mom. Oh, but flavored soap though, yeah. Well, I mean, if you have an issue with your mouth getting washed out with soap, you sneak some flavored soap in. I'm pretty sure flavored soap would just taste like flavoring and soap. Would not be pleasant. Soap soup. I didn't know stickers and Legos are a thing. Yeah, a lot of sets do have stickers. You can always choose to leave them off. Actually, this set you could leave them off and it would look okay. but I do like the look of all these designs on the book binding, so I am going to apply them. One of the things I'm doing here, which I mentioned earlier, is that these stickers are not, they're printed a little offset, so the design isn't centered. And so I am trying to adjust for that in my sticker placement, so when you just look at the brick, it looks approximately centered. You kind of adjust for that. I don't know if you can see that design looks fairly centered, but if you look very closely, you can see the edge of the sticker is like right on the side of the gold here, and on this side there's like a millimeter or so of green. So now this in some ways takes longer because you have to prepare the water and everything. But if you're doing, so that's one of the reasons I don't always do it if I'm just putting a sticker on. But I try to always do it if it's a large sticker, or if it's a sticker that goes on something clear. And if there's a lot of stickers, it does make them easier, and you're going to, I think you'll find out that over the course of all the stickers you're applying, you're going to be thanking yourself for it. It looks like I don't have the picture of the mug with me, but I have the original picture that hadn't been printed on the mug yet. Oh, so just the design of it. Oh, that would be cool as well. I think we can all imagine what it looks like on a mug. But it would be fun to see the mug picture someday. The mug shot. That's pretty neat. Probably would taste like soap and perfume. Do you say you put milk in your tea? In this tea? Yes, there was milk in this tea. Why? It's a chai tea. You gotta. The mug shot. Oh. Yeah. I see what you did there. Rhyme like chai lattes. Chai lattes are good. They're not the best thing for you. I mean, sometimes when people think like tea is usually relatively healthy. And I think some people think, oh yeah, chai latte, it's just tea, it's gonna be healthy. But they add like not only the milk, but like a bunch of sugar and stuff. It's good. It's really good. I won't fault someone for getting it. I'm just random factoid, like is not quite as healthy as some teas are. But it's amazing. Okay. Just make sure you don't drink that bowl of soup by mistake. Yes. You say what I did? You said what? Oh, you see what I did. Yeah. Oh, I said it, but that's not what I don't think I had made that joke. I think what? I'm confused now. Hey Max, how's it going? I'm not tired, I swear. I don't like stickers on Lego bricks. Hard to nicely line them, and the bricks with stickers have less uses. Yeah. Well, the alignment is why I use this water trick. It with a little bit of soap. It definitely makes it easier to get those aligned. But the less uses is definitely a thing. That's why when I buy a Lego set that I'm going to use those pieces for something else, I often will not put the stickers on. And some sets I will put stickers on, but only on the pieces that are really common. Like these brown 2x4s, brown 2x4 plates, or tiles that is, not that uncommon. So I might think, oh, I'll put these on, especially because these pieces, these wood patterns, those are actually really useful. That could be used in a lot of different things. The things that say A Christmas Carol and Charles Dickens, probably less useful. But I do have, like there's sets, some of the Star Wars ships, sometimes they add parts of the design that, and little details that I really like. So I just basically always put those on, because most of the Star Wars ships I'm going to leave built. So now we're putting all these wood ones on. And then I might build some more before I put the nameplates on the front, just to vary it up so we're not sitting here doing stickers the whole time. If I'd done them all when it said in the instruction book, it would be broken up some, so. But yeah, the ones that are the worst are clear back stickers. Because it's so easy to mess those up. I actually messed them up on one of my favorite sets. I keep forgetting to order, I think it's like $3 for a new sticker sheet from Bricklink. And, or at least it was at the time. It's probably going to be like $20 now. Probably. It's my luck. Why did they do that? Yeah, that's right. Okay. And I want to try to take the pieces off, or the stickers off those pieces, and redo the stickers with this technique. I'm not tired, I swear. That sounds nice to not be tired. You said you weren't tired earlier. But now I'm starting to think that being not tired is a ruse. And somebody exclaims how not tired they are so adamantly. That has questions. Okay. Yeah, I see it on Discord now. Let me flip over. So this is the design laser. Wow, I can't talk. Laserflip was saying is on the mug. Oh, dang it. I forget that the way this does it. Okay. It gets cut off a little. So there. That is cool. And that's where Laserflip's name comes from, is a skateboard trick called the Laserflip. That is cool. So you got that so it's one where you drew it yourself and just submit it, like used one of those websites where you order a mug. Oh, I see. You posted the link from Discord in here. That's what you were asking if it worked. It did. Nice. Okay. Yeah. So if anybody wants to see it better, if they're not seeing it well on stream, you can also click the links. I'm not doing send me to bed, Miss says. Okay. I'm missing words. In chat. I have several older sets where the stickers have dried and cracked. It doesn't it? But I've been tired since March. Oh, okay, I see. The fact that you said you've been tried since March doesn't make me think you're actually tired at all. Though I make those sorts of typos all the time, just normally, so I can't really say anything. Nope. It helps if I switch back over to here now. Persistence that links in chat. People see it. It's cool. It's a little project in our art class. The drawing is based on Baskwith's skateboarding video. Okay, so did it do a slow motion? Is that what it was? And then you just like paused on those parts and drew the different parts of it? That's cool. And I'm assuming that would be really hard to do off of just watching somebody, like even a normal speed video of somebody doing it. It's just going to happen all so fast. Why is seeing a tiny human standing so free and adorable? Is she a little wobbly too? Because that just adds to the adorableness. Okay. I have work in the morning, so I'm going to head out. It was nice catching the stream. Take care. Thank you for being here, Max. It was good to have you here, and hopefully you get some good rest. And hopefully work tomorrow goes well. Okay. But she still loves Sandy. Yeah, see, that's half the adorableness, I think, is the wobblies. All right. So you can see we've got this floor print. I think it looks better in person than on camera. But I do kind of wish that instead of using black lines for the boards, they used a dark brown, especially for like if they did black for the seams between the boards, but then dark brown for the wood pattern on the board. I think it would look a little better, a little less busy. I remember that in the video, there's only slow motion for first-person view. The third-person view only plays at normal speed. I didn't need too many frames anyway. Oh, okay. So you were just able to pause it at the right spots. Nice. She was leaning on the playpen, and then she lifted her arms up and squealed. I'm assuming she was excited because she was standing without holding onto the side of the playpen. Is that the first time she's done that? Or is it just... It doesn't happen a lot, so she still gets excited. I'm going to move this thing over here. Not spill it on the computer. Or on my screen over there, that is. Aw. Did that just happen? That's amazing. Okay. Now I need this gray piece. What's my oldest Lego set? My oldest Lego set. I don't know why I'm looking over here like I have it here. I should. What I think is my oldest Lego set. So I had Duplo when I was a kid. My earliest ones would have been Duplo, which are the, if people aren't familiar with Duplo, they're the larger blocks that are made for like very, very small children. But those we all gave away to like one of my cousins or something. Once I graduated to Lego. But what I believe is my first one was a small Lego classic space set with a blue spaceman. And I need to find it, or at least like note what it is. Lego classic space blue spaceman. I once found there was like a wiki article on, it's like Wikipedia, where you can look up the spacemen by color. It has little articles on them, but it also lists every set they came in. So you can just quickly, because there are actually not that many sets the blue spaceman came in. Not that one. That's a big old ad. Thanks, ad. Not that one. Big old ad. I think that's it. Let me double check. I think this is the one. Go away, ad. Nobody likes you. I think this was my first. It was something around that. I remember it had the blue spaceman. It had these little pieces that were really common in the space sets at that time, and I haven't seen them much since. The Alpha 1 rocket base. I should... Let me see if... Actually, let me double check. I don't think I had that one. So I want to say I had two little ones with the blue space. This one. Okay, so it's between the two of these. It's either this one, and that's a terrible picture. This is a much better picture. But I think this is because like this may be a scan and this is an old photo. So when I was going through some of my old Lego, I had to figure out what the sets were based on like the parts that were in there. Like this piece with this pattern on it, it's the only set that's ever had that pattern. So when I found that piece and I found that Bricklink, I knew I had this set. But then this one I'm pretty sure I had this one as well. But which of those two it was is kind of up for... And nope, didn't have that one. So what you said you had... Alpha 1 rocket base. Actually, we can... This command should work now. Set Alpha 1 rocket base. Bam! Now, this runs a search. And so, like, if you don't know exactly what it's called, like, it probably isn't going to find it. Or if you just knew, like, it had alpha in the name or rocket, it may not find it either. That is awesome. That is so cool. I think I only had a few of the really classic space stuff. And then, whoops. And then I just tabbed over to my Twitter. that was the announcement post for today. If you're not following me on Twitter, mostly what ends up there is just my announcements when I go live. And then the other one was Astro Dasher. Let's see, bam. You're both good at remembering the actual names of sets. Like some of my favorite sets I don't remember. Oh, okay. Oh, that one that we were just talking about. Actually, that's a better picture anyway. I only went to Wikipedia because you can actually go and look it up by Blue Spaceman, so it's a little easier to narrow it down. But yeah. Why is sharing videos so hard? Where are you trying to share a video? Are you trying? It depends where it comes from. If it's YouTube, you just copy the link. If it's like Facebook videos, that's a pain. I remember Astro Dasher, but not the other one you showed. So the other one, what was that called then? Nope, not the Space Dart. 6820. Set 6820. Starfire one. Okay, cool. I'm gonna switch this back over here. Just this is a better photo of it. Look at that thing. That's some classic stuff. It is funny thinking about how many of these parts just aren't very common anymore that we used constantly. This piece, I don't know how well you can see it. This little piece that curves up and connects the studs on both ends. This was used a bunch in sets, classic sets. This piece, I seems like, was in Classic Space a bit, but it's a very oddly shaped piece. They would use it for controls like this. They used it for some robot pieces, but I think it was just too specific of a part. So they got rid of that. Same like with this piece here that had like the angled section and the studs on the sides. That was all over Classic Space, it seemed like. These, I think, still show up occasionally, just not as much. These little like things that they've used them as like camcorders or rockets or weapons. So I guess I can upload it to YouTube and set it as private. I'm not allowed to upload photos or pictures of her publicly on Facebook. Oh yeah, that makes sense. Where did I put my tea? Right over here. I rearranged things. I used to have my mug over on this side and it's confusing me. All right. You might have had that set. You know you recognize it? Well, if you still have the parts somewhere, just in the instance that you still have the parts, you just look for this piece. If you have this piece in your part somewhere, this piece was only in this. That's how I figured out for sure that I had that one. The wood texture sticker reminds me of my pencil drawn wood texture I used in my own Minecraft resource pack. A little pet project I'm kind of proud of, but far from finished. I forgot that I remember now that you said you were working on a texture pack. The tools I used are pencil, paper, Photoshop, PhotoCap, and MS Paint. I'm not sure that I know what PhotoCap is. The other ones I know what pencil and paper. But have you posted that anywhere, or have you just been using it for yourself? Like, was it one that you posted to one of the Minecraft sites? It would be interesting to try it out at some point. Space Cruiser, released in 1979, 172 parts. Had this one too. If so, I might have had that set. I know I recognize it. If so, I know where my parts. Okay, yeah. So it's that one part is all you need to find to know for sure. Oh, the Space Cruiser. Yeah, I have not. I don't have that set, but that's the one. Isn't that the one that Benny's spaceship in the Lego movie is based on? Like, it was a sort of a modern remake of that. I want to say it was like they used the same number on it on the side. I'm sad I didn't get that set. That was a cool set too. Yeah, because it was just such a classic set, so that they used that. That is cool. I really do like the classic space and stuff, even just the way it is. It would be fun to see more of like with Benny's spaceship where they do a modern remake of it, but the classic space itself has just such a fun aesthetic. I think it's one of the reasons I've ended up getting a few of the Minecraft sets, not a ton, but the Minecraft sets have that same sort of a feel of just because they're blockier, they kind of just have sort of a classic feel to it. All right, so we are working on a window. They're using these nice little window pieces with a little grate in them for this fancy window. All right. There we go. And we're putting stickers on both sides. Oh, so they're making it so you turn this building around and you've got details. Now, half of me is tempted not to put the stickers on to use these sand green pieces because I love sand green pieces, but sand green 1x2s are not the most uncommon. And the one thing is you can actually take stickers back off. Getting all the residue off can be a pain, but you can remove the stickers. So, but also I just like the design of the set, so I do want to see it the way it was intended by the designer. But I definitely find with some sets, like, they look okay with definitely without the stickers. And then I'll usually just leave off the stickers. Because I do want to be able to reuse the parts for other builds later. I've been doing a lot more custom stuff recently. Well, so I'm trying to get into custom stuff. And so that's why I jumped into this. Let's see. So for those of you who weren't here earlier, you did it. Oh, did you land? Wait, what did you do? I'm not sure what you did. Let me know. Okay, this... I think I got the water out of the sticker before I got it in place. Sometimes you can use a piece of tape and kind of peel it up. Hopefully with the water it won't be completely stuck because it will mess up the glue underneath sometimes. Okay. So I used the fancy technique and I still did it wrong. Nice. Nice going. Nice going, Strimmer. I uploaded the video to you. Oh, yes. Okay. That makes sense. Every time I see the sand green color, I remember the Statue of Liberty set that had so much of it. Yeah, I saw you in the corner there. I wasn't going to mention it because it was very sad. Mushroom Mist, why do you know Land in the Leaves? Oh no. So, yeah, the Statue of Liberty. Well, they've done what? A couple statue. Well, they did the Brickhead Statue of Liberty too. But they've done a couple large Statue of Liberty sets. I haven't gotten either, but they're both cool sets. And so much sand green. It's such a great color.
You feel it. You feel it in your jellies.
Thank you for the follow, Lightning JR. Or Lightning Jr. Let me know which you prefer. Oh, I forgot to put this flame back on. I took it off when we were doing stickers on the side. The 2000 Statue of Liberty. Okay. There's one that's out right now that's an architecture set that is pretty darn cool as well. This one, I do like the face of this better. For the architecture one, they did... Let's see. If I that's going to be the problem. If I say Statue of Liberty, I know I have that one still assembled in the box. Oh, let me check that one in a second. Okay, here's the 2018 one. If I click the link. Yeah, this is very cool looking. I really like it, though. But the face is a one of these Nexonite shields. Wow, it won't zoom in more than that. That's helpful. Thanks. There we go. And so the face is just, yeah, it's got this blank face on it. That one I almost wish they had done a sticker or a print. Because, yeah, I want to... If I ever got it, I would try to make a face on it. Because that part makes me a little sad. But this one actually, while the overall shape is more blocky, though I kind of like the blocky look of that. It actually looks like something you'd make in Minecraft. This looks like somebody would build the Statue of Liberty in Minecraft. this way, you're saying. But the face there, it's very basic, but it definitely has the feel of the Statue of Liberty's face. I like it. A few of your Minecraft textures and then the link above. Ah. Oh, those are cool. When I don't let me forget, I need to click Faith's link to the other set. But I like that record, the record player there. This is very cool, and that's it. Those are nice designs there. Oh, is the floor and wall texture too? I'm looking at these boxes and forgetting. Oh, those are nice. So you did those all by hand? This is very cool. The only problem is the torch part could fall off pretty easily. Not that one. Was this one of the early sets with sand green? Or is that not actually... Because I was thinking sand green was a newer sticker. Or a newer color. I cannot words. Okay, so... Faith, this is the one... that you said you still have it in the... Oh, was that this... Nope, that's Statue of Liberty. Where? Sorry, I clicked my link again. Because I'm a pro. Strategic Pursuer. Ooh. I have not seen that set. That's kind of fun. It's almost got like an ape-like look with its... where it's leaning down onto its... I mean, it's not like on its knuckles, but it's still got that kind of look. That's really fun. I do not think I've ever seen that one. I like that. What series? Okay, that was the ones where they were just labeled Legoland. They weren't labeled in a series. What is on that minifig's torso? I'm curious. Minifigs. What design is it? Oh, Futuron. Okay, that. I never had any of those, but I remember hearing that it's got the kind of the classic space, but with just a slight different design. It looks like it's a little zipper on there. I'm not sure if you actually use zippers on spacesuits, because I would think that would be not airtight. But maybe. I mean, it's a future zipper. It's good. Oh yeah, you can ask. Well, no, you already asked the question now. Before I said you could, so I take it back. No, you can. The wood and stone brick textures are pencil drawn. The others are purely made with computer. Okay. I'm gonna close a few of these. You did that all with pencil? Those are nice looking. I really like those. They remind me of something. I'm not sure what. Like they remind me of. They remind me of some game, I think. Like the feel of it. Why do you build your advent calendar Legos while they're still in the package? It looks cool when you do, but I'm just curious. What you just said? It's for the challenge, mostly. I actually started a cassette to build. Who's another Lego streamer who is one of the early Lego streamers on Twitch. He's been streaming for actually about 5 years now. I think, because I think it was last December or January that he hit his 4-year. But he was talking about that's what he and his wife were doing, I think, but they weren't doing it on stream. He was just talking about doing it that way. I'm like, that's fun. So last year I picked up the Star Wars Advent Calendar after Christmas on clearance. And then I started streaming in January. It was late January, I think. And so what I did is my first 24 streams, I built one in each. And I did it in the bag just for the challenge. And I thought it was in some ways a little more interesting to watch, except it's also hard to see what's going on. I do understand it's a little hard to see what's going on in the same point. But this year I thought it would be fun to do short time-lapse videos, which makes it a little harder to see what's going on too. Especially because I'm having trouble keeping when the camera is this way, I do have trouble keeping my hand in the view of the camera. But it's fun to do. The notebook and okay, no. I was like, oh, I already read that. No, this is a new message. The notebook and jukebox textures are actually remade. The original ones are pencil drawn but didn't work well. The wood color is done with Photoshop. The wood color is drawn with Photoshop. Okay. Those are all really cool. I really like those. So when you did say redone, did you completely redo them on the computer, or did you go use your hand-drawn ones as a basis and just draw over the top with the computer to clean them up. It definitely makes sense. The more organic a texture is, the more like hand drawn will work for it. But when you need something like the metal that's very probably needs to look a little more precise. All right. Continue with the build. But that's, man, now I want some more classic space sets. Because I really want to pick up someday the Benny spaceship from the Lego movie. I love the design of that. And the fact that it comes with like all the characters in their like classic blue space outfits. So there's like blue spaceman Unikitty and blue spaceman. I'm trying to remember who all is in that one, because I don't think it's all the characters. But and is that the one that came with a couple of them in their like aluminum foil disguises? I kept the design by making completely new pictures. Okay, those are really cool. And I wish I could do texture packs. I wouldn't have the patience, for one thing. And I'm sure there would be some textures that would come out that I'd be like, oh, I really like how wood came out, or stone, or whatever. And then other ones would come out, like, and I would just hate them. Like, and then one thing would be making them all a consistent style, too. Like, those all look good together. Like, definitely feel like they are a consistent. Like, they look like they come from the same texture pack. Which is awesome. Oh, sorry. I did not realize I was on the wrong camera. So you didn't see what I was building. Building this fireplace here. Let's see. Oh, I want to double check on my here. Actually. So I got a camera cooler, or a phone cooler, which is supposed to be if you play really intensive games on your phone and it overheats. It's this big thing you attach to your phone. I don't know that I use it for playing games, but I'm using it for the camera because if you've been here a bit, you know that I have overheating issues. The camera will overheat on this thing if you're just running the camera for long periods of time. So, I'm seeing if this works. I'm hoping it does. And so I just wanted to check, and it looks like it's running at 89 degrees Fahrenheit right now. And usually it's giving us warnings at, I think the warnings go off around like 111, 113 Fahrenheit. And then I'm not sure what the temperature is when it actually just shuts off. So this is a really good sign. I'm liking this. I'm liking this a lot. I'm not sure if I would recommend this thing for just using for playing games on your phone, because you got this big thing on the back of your phone. But as far as actually cooling it down, thing works. Like, I was looking at around Black Friday at new phones so that I could, thinking that I would take that one, remove all the other software off it, maybe install a custom ROM or something, try to figure out a way to get it to run cooler, which is going to be a lot more expensive than the $20 phone cooler I slapped on there. All right. So I was thinking about also doing the Nutcracker Brickhead tonight, but I think we're getting late enough that I mean, the stream's only been going for 2 hours, which isn't long for my streams, but I started a lot later than normal. So we'll see. I may stay and do the Brickhead and just understand that a lot of people may need to go sleep. I also know we have people here from places where it's not sleep time yet. I guess that all depends on when you sleep. Okay. One more of these. So laser flip, about how much of that texture pack would you say is done? Like percentage of the textures? I don't even know how many textures are in Minecraft now, especially when they keep adding new mobs and new materials. It's got to be hard to keep up. I'm sure there's probably some of the texture packs I used to use back in the day. If I tried loading them now, just wouldn't have half the stuff. I wonder how many of the texture pack maintainers actually maintain them that long. But I'm trying to remember if it. I think Minecraft will just default to the standard texture for anything not in the pack, right? So it's not into the world. It's not like you're just gonna have things without textures. All right. I'm not sure why they don't have us build this straight, because it'd be easier to line things up then. I sent you a link if you want to watch the video. I will do that. I'll do that after stream. I'm assuming we don't want to play that on stream, because that's basically like posting the video publicly. Unless I delete the VOD. Even then, there's people in here. So yeah. But I will definitely watch it after. Remind me, because sometimes I forget things. Okay, we need one more of these hinges. Yeah, this would all... I don't know. They have you build it like this, but then for all these hinges, you have to match the angle. If you just flatten it out, you don't have to worry about that. It's kind of a little easier. Kind of a little easier. You'd have to remind me to remind you. Well, if you remind me to remind you to... or remind you to remind me to remind you. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I wonder if that's supposed to be snow on there, or if it's just a white piece of trim. Can you remind me to remind you? Does that work? I'll probably forget unless you remind me to remind you to remind me. Then we're good. Then we're golden. Okay, there should be a 1x2 brown tile. Yeah, I'm thinking once we're done with this build, I probably will end. The brickhead I might save for either throw it in with another longer stream, or maybe I'll randomly try to sneak in like a midweek stream sometime. Just a quick one. Okay. This has got to be on this table. Somebody's got to see it. There's not a lot of pieces left. There's also a chance that I left something in a bag. Everybody look over there while I dump literally 3 pieces out of this bag. Because that didn't happen. Cool. You can look back here. We're good. Thanks. I appreciate it. You're the best. Okay, now we have to unflatten it. Man, the way they built this, it really makes me wish this was a pop-up book. And if you think that's completely ridiculous, there was a Lego Ideas pop-up book set, which I have, where when it opened, it folds. Basically, the scene kind of folds in half, but there's a part that, depending which one you do, they have 2 scenes. There's Jack and the Beanstalk and Red Riding Hood and the Wolf, and it's very cool. But if you look online there's the person, I don't remember their name, but I've seen a number of videos that does these massive pop-up books, and it will be like this big on the table, and they'll open it, and it's this whole complicated building, and those things are mind-blowing. But it's obviously a lot of work to engineer that, so I didn't actually expect them to make this a pop-up book. I'm just saying. It would have been awesome. I mean, you kind of pointed where I was looking anyway. I don't even know where I pointed. Alrighty, so we're starting to build a roof. Ah, okay. Using these little teeth pieces as I almost said as icicles. I don't know if that's actually icicles. I think that's just snow that's dripping. Well, it's a combination. It is probably snow that's dripped down and then frozen, which is what an icicle is. But it also could be snow that's just starting to slide off, because it will do a little of that too. That's a little sharp for that. Oh, I received a bunch of DIY snow globes. If anybody has any idea what I can do with them, we're thinking about cutting out some manual and making them a bit nerdy, but I don't know what thing to go with. See, this is when you need to get some Lego, because you could build something in there. Are these actually, so DIY snow globes, are these the kind you actually put liquid in? You know, the snow globes that have whatever that clear liquid, I'm assuming it's an oil of some type, or are they the ones where it's just, I guess that is what most of them are, aren't they? Of actual snow globes. But I do have a little one that just has some little bits of snow, like plastic, and you just shake it. But it's a small. They have like a screw on the base. So those might not be the best to put Lego in, or at least if you don't. I don't know. I think over the time it might damage the Lego. But you can build little scenes in there. You know me. Everything goes to Lego. Rebuild everything out of Lego. Oh, by the way, keep forgetting. Oh, but yes, you should do them nerdy. I totally vote for them being nerdy. But what are for those who like Christmas music, what are people's favorite Christmas songs? I've been trying to figure this out. I honestly don't know what my favorite Christmas song is. So one of the things I'm doing that was on over on my Instagram is there's a challenge for doing 12 days of Christmas mosaics. They're actually doing it the 1st to the 12th, which is not when the 12 days of Christmas actually are. But I actually appreciate it being earlier in the month, because later there's more going on, which might have been one of the reasons she did it that way. It's being done by someone who does some fantastic brick mosaics. I'm suddenly. Oh, I don't have an. It says I don't have an account because I'm not signed in here. Okay, I'm off screen, right? I decided. I want to say it's Brick Huntress. Okay. Okay. It's doing two-factor authentication. You know what? I'm going to bring over another browser where I'm already on Instagram. I just like this being my online browser, or my on-stream browser. Okay, yeah, Brick Huntress. I don't know why I second-guessed myself. So, we switch over to here. Hey, Steve. How's it going? Okay, so over here on Instagram, Brick Huntress has set this up. So there's 12 days of mosaic challenges. Oh, this is... I always forget. How do I actually get to her page? I just want to show some of her actual work. I saw her at the Portland Bricks Cascade. She did these are based on Roy Lichtenstein's paintings, and I'm a fan of Roy Lichtenstein's paintings, and so I saw those and I'm like, what? But she's been doing this 12 days of Mosaic. Tomorrow is, or yeah, well, today technically is the 6th day of it, and the theme is favorite Christmas song. So that was the point. Is I don't know what my favorite Christmas song is. I'm trying to figure it out. But if anybody has suggestions, I assume they're not going to actually. We're not going to get in trouble if the what we use is not actually our favorite Christmas song, as long as it's a Christmas song. I'm just trying to figure it out. So if anybody wants to give some input on their favorite songs, let me go over to profile. You can see these are some of the ones I've done. We're on my Instagram. This was day 1 was a Christmas tree. Oh, and these are the advent calendar videos I've been doing. Day 2 was a snowflake. Day 3 was a Christmas ornament. Did more than one German overachiever. Actually, it's just because it wasn't big enough to make the same. Then, oh, this is day 5. Where was day 4? Did I leave one out? Day 5 was Rudolph. There, I just skipped past it. Day 4, and this is my favorite one I've done so far, which was favorite like Christmas movie character. That's why I did the Abominable Snowman from Rudolph. Yeah. So I'm trying to figure out what to do for the Christmas song one. Me and B were listening to a Christmas radio station earlier. I was dancing while we were prepping breakfast, and she smiled and shook her head at me. Should I just put Christmas song links in your Discord music channel? If you want. There's I like a lot of Christmas music. I'm just trying to figure out like what one I actually want to build something off of. Some of the ones I thought of is like, I don't know what you build for that. So, but yeah, if anybody wants to suggest songs they like, whether I use it for the mural or not, it's nice to see what people like. I know one I can share. Is it family friendly? My Discord's family friendly. I'll ban you. Hey Robin, how's it going? Good day / night to you. Right, let's see. Now we're doing this section of roof, I think. Is this a section of roof? Oh yeah, that fits in here. Yeah. Okay. I know what I'm doing. I am a professional. I'm great. The time is 9:04 a.m. I get up at 8 a.m. It is 12:07 a.m. here, so I have not slept. The other problem I'm having is I'm running out of parts for these mosaics. Actually, I forgot. I was gonna grab those out and just show them on stream instead of showing the photos of them, because I'm gonna have to start disassembling them for parts most likely. For one thing, I'm running out of base plates. Unless I just want to invest in a bunch of base plates, which may not be the worst thing. I'm writing my Christmas list. Lego Ninjago Golden Mech set. Oh, yeah, the golden mech is cool looking. And I have a thing for anything that uses a bunch of old Lego parts. They're very nice. Please get more sleep. No sleep. Okay. Someone explain to me. Oh, this goes below it. I'm like, how do we go with this in the way? But it actually goes under here. Nice. I understand. I'm not as slow as I look. There we go. Oh! Thank you for the bits. We didn't even have anybody. Let's see. Can I, before they go away? Go on. Go on. It's just like dodging all of them. What? Are those bits supposed to convince me to sleep? Is that what that plan was? Because I'm not sure if that's going to work or not. Those darn mosaics are taking way too much of my time. This is part of the problem. Partly because I overthink them. And then I build it, and I decide I need to start over. Welcome to my brain. Yeah, it was a threat that if you didn't sleep, I'll send more. Wait. I don't think you understand how threats work. Oh, almost landed? Yeah, I think you're confused by how threats work. Okay. Oh, they put these just the same. I'm going to rotate it around because it looks a little silly when there's one printed pattern to have them both going the exact same direction. So they don't actually have a door to this house. But of course, we're only seeing sections of 2 walls, so there's a lot of places to have doors. But I thought it was going to be a door over here that Scrooge was walking up to. But it's just... Is he just peeking in through the window? Some sort of weirdo. Hey Rick, how's it going? Hey Mayloon. Oh, hey. I'm saying hey like you weren't already here. But yeah, it is coming along nicely. It's a nice set. I like it. If I send more, it means I have to buy more. It means I will have no money to eat. So what you're doing is you're going on the basis of assuming that I am too nice to let you starve, and therefore I'll sleep. You're assuming a lot. Look at this little tree. Aww. Aren't you the cutest little tree? It's actually more of a bush, I'd say. It's shorter than the minifigure, so I don't know if you can really call it a tree. I guess if it is a tree that is just growing now, then yes. All right. Now we've got an old-fashioned lamp pole, which I don't know why, but I love these things. It seems like Lego's done them a number of different ways, which isn't uncommon. You also know I bought food in bulk recently. See, this is true. Like, it's not like you're gonna starve. I'm not lacking sleep in some attempt to get you to give me money, if that's... I'm lacking sleep because I am taking on too many things. Under normal conditions, I probably would be fine with it, but getting my brain to cooperate lately. And focus, get things done. So this is the Cratchit family Christmas tree that I believe is supposed to be along the lines of a Charlie Brown Christmas tree. It's not quite as bad as the Charlie Brown Christmas tree that was basically just a branch. This just looks like it's a fairly sparse tree. Like it doesn't have quite enough branches. The branches aren't as full. Let's put this little guy in here. All right. Look at that. Okay. And then the last sticker, except that we did skip a couple, is a little picture for the wall. And this is actually one that would be a nice reusable one as well. Not a reusable sticker, but a reusable piece. Because in all sorts of builds, you could have this little picture on the wall, because it's a very It's just like a picture of a farmhouse or something, or some sort of rural, sort of a country scene. Oh wow, really need better lighting there. So that would be a nice one to put into something else too.
No way. This is my jam.
This is
Missed.
also my jam.
Are you trying to
No
get me to go to
way.
sleep right
This
now?
is my
Because,
jam.
This is also
I'm
my
gonna
jam.
finish the build first. Looks more like a modernist take on a Christmas tree. Yeah, that's true. But thank you for gifting a sub to YL Ashtier and wait, I'm confused. It said you were gifting 2 tier 1 subs. Oh, okay. Sorry, it happened after a couple of other messages. To Zale? I don't even know how to say that. Xaeal? If you're looking around here and you wish to let me know how to say your name, please do. But thank you. Those are appreciated. I was just making it 25 instead of 23 because 25 looks prettier than 23. It's true. And it is December, and Christmas is on the 25th, so that's appropriate as well. So that means that you have permission to stop now. Before you run out of food. You know, I'd probably feel bad if you ran out of food and starved. Probably wouldn't feel the best about that. All right, what I need to do before I forget, I was starting to do earlier. I didn't want to do the labels right at the moment. Because I feel like watching me do the labels is not the most exciting thing necessarily. But what I should be doing is leaving that to the person who gifted the subs or to the people who got the subs if they're here. Hey, you are here. So if you would like to share how to say your name, it would be appreciated. Because I always feel bad when I do not say a name right. So I'm going to add onto this list the ones from today because I slack. Okay, let's filter like that. I'm gonna filter out bits and followers from my list, so I'm just saying subs. I think I missed that you did I miss that you gifted a sub to Kisogo Plays? Did I say that one? If not, thank you for that one as well. I feel like there's a good chance that I skipped some things. But so I'm sure you are aware, but I never do that intentionally. Okay. So you gifted subs today to Sackbrick Guy, Jate Live, Peaky Coon, to RQ. Oops, except now I'm typing RQ when I need to not type RQ as the actual name for the label. Mayloon. I make Kisogo Plays, and then the last two were IL at Ashtier and Xaeal. Alright, I'm gonna head out for the night. Have a good stream, and the build is looking really good. Thank you for being here. It is pretty close to being done. We're just adding some little accessories, so you have seen most of it. I'm gonna go ahead and put the figures in there so you can see the scene almost in its entirety before you go. And then I will get that label on there for you. So if you hop back in next time, you will have your name on some toast. Have a great night. But yeah, here's the little scene. I think mostly we're building some stuff on this fireplace right now. Yeah, definitely looks better. We have a lot of pieces left over, but I think some of these... Are these all duplicates? That might actually be the end of the build. Can I have glitter on my toast? You should. That's what I should do for... Maybe that's what I should do for tier 3. Subs is glitter toast. Wait, what if it was brown glitter? Could it be cinnamon toast? That would work, right? Okay, I have one extra of this gray cheese loaf, but I don't see a place where I missed one. The thing is, there's 2 of them left over, and generally you only see 1 spare of a part. So let me look. There's supposed to be 4 in here. 1, 2, 3. Okay, this probably goes somewhere. So if somebody has any idea where I missed a part. Cinnamon toast sounds good. It does. It does indeed. It should be something that can be easily removed in case the tier 3 goes to a tier 2 or tier 1. I was thinking about that, but then I was also wondering if there should just be a mark of, yeah, that support is very appreciated. That if you do that 1 month, it's still... Maybe you just deserve to have a mark that one time you supported with like an extra ridiculous amount of support. Did I just do a color wrong? There's a chance I did a color wrong. I did. Okay. So I didn't actually miss a piece, I just put the wrong one on. And so we now have an extra of this like dark tan color. And there was another gray one on there. Oh, poor Tiny Tim! Wow, he's lived a hard enough life without being thrown out of his house. Like, this isn't Wizard of Oz. I don't know why his house is spinning around. Poor kid. But I love the fact that they put this much detail on the back of the building. They could have just been like, you're not going to see this. And they could have just made this, like, flat. But no, they put this really nicely done roof here. I feel like this would be a nice one to have out somewhere where you could see it from different angles. It definitely looks nice from that angle they show in the pictures. Oh, before I finish, I mean, it's not actually finished until I put these on, but I'm definitely going to put these on, even though those dark red, really long plates are a little tempting just to keep that way. What I'm going to actually do... Oh, and before I forget, remember that we made this into a drawer. And by we, I mean that was in the instructions. I didn't just get super creative there. Just going to make sure it's nice and soaked. Because this is one that's probably going to need to be repositioned. Because the longer the sticker is, the more likely at some point you get it slightly off. There we go. A Christmas Carol by Mr. Charlie Dickens. All his friends called him Charlie. We were just, best buds back in the day. Have you decided what you're doing for the snow globes? I was thinking earlier and I forgot to say it because my brain gets distracted very easily. Because I don't know what fandoms your nerdiness runs into. But if you are a Whovian, if you're a fan of Doctor Who, it would be fun to have one with a little TARDIS in there. Like the first thing that popped into my head. Hey, cat on the go. Never tried soaking stickers. If you do this, if you weren't here for the when I instructed when I described it earlier, this is something I've gotten off the internet. I didn't just make this up, so hopefully it's good. But what they say to do and what I've done here is it's distilled water, so you don't have to worry about any hard water, any minerals or anything. Like any of that's going to probably be tough on the sticker. And then using a tiny bit of soap that's unscented and has no artificial colors in it. It's just so there's less just stuff that could interfere with it. And that little bit of just a drop of soap just gives it a little slipperiness so that you can maneuver the pieces and get them into place, the pieces of the stickers. And then they hopefully won't stick until you're actually ready to press them down. And then I always use like an eyeglass cleaning cloth to make sure all the extra water is out from under there. And then now, there's the book. Now, things are probably going to fall, but if you did take the scene off, you could display it like...
You feel it in
Oh.
your jelly.
Thank you for that follow, Mayloon. Alright. Good night for realsy now. I do appreciate that. I've done that before, too. I have been to people's streams, like, multiple times. Like, people that have... Like, the same person will raid them multiple times, and then I realize, wait, the reason I never know when this person is live, because I never followed them. So, I appreciate it. Thank you. Oh, hey, Inky. How's it going? But I do think it would be fun if you didn't want to display all this. It would be fun to pull those off and then just display the edge of it on your shelf, little book. But I think it's a fun design. I am eh. You got here just in time for the end of the build. Good timing. Usually I put the extra pieces in the drawer over there, but I'm going to see do all the extra pieces fit here. Ooh, fancy. I do almost worry, though. How much space is there? I wonder if any of those pieces could, like, move around and lodge themselves in the drawer stuff. Of course, since it's Lego, worst case scenario, you have to disassemble a bunch of it to get it out. Really fun build this set was. Oh, so you did get the set and build it already? It is a nice one. I really like it. They did a really good job. I like the colors, the theme. I'm a fan of Christmas Carol in general. But I don't know that I actually showed Scrooge to the camera. They did a good job with Scrooge. Though these hats always make me sad that when they did the Lego Batman movie, they did not do the Mad Hatter, who in the Batman universe is a character who is a little off. Like, basically he's crazy, and I'm trying to remember, I think it depends on the version, whether he thinks he's the Mad Hatter from Alice in Wonderland or not, but usually he has a crush on this woman that I think was a coworker whose name was Alice, and then he just kind of goes off the edge and like thinks he is Mad Hatter from Alice in Wonderland. But he has in at least some versions he actually has some technology that lets him do mind control. And he puts them in hats. So but they didn't do him in the Lego Batman movie, and it made me sad, especially when they have this perfect hat piece. This like oversized top hat would just be perfect for him. So that is my rabbit trail for the moment. A nice landing. I love Legos. Time to forget about those extra pieces until you disassemble it. I have some mini dice I can put in one. Oh, in this? Like that. Oh, that would be a fun place to put some mini dice. Yeah. I have some tiny dice that I used to play a little bit. The what was that called? It's a pirate it's a pirate game, but you get these cards, but they punch out and you build the little ships. But they came with dice in the little pack of cards, and the dice were like this big. They were tiny. Oh, I didn't see it. You wrote something to me. I think I'm making a Lego City neighborhood out of bulk Lego myself. I have old Lego roads. Oh, nice. I actually have... Where's the setting? I found I have some of the road plates I haven't used. Because I keep planning on doing something like that and haven't. But I only have like 4 of them. Yeah, the new Lego roads, some things about them look really cool, but they're going to be more expensive, and you can't do curves and stuff. But if you do build a Lego city, you'll definitely need to share pictures of that. That'll be awesome. I definitely want to do that at some point with take some of the like modulars, which I only have 2 of, and I've only built 1, and combine them with some other stuff. Oop, posture check. Thank you. Hey Brian, how's it going? I didn't see the hi. You have to redeem the posture check just so I know you're here. I'm a terrible person. I'm sorry. So sorry to hear that you're not doing so great, Inky. With that, yeah, we've finished that set. Let's say that the new Lego Road is the worst ones. There is definitely some flexibility to it. I think they wanted to just make something more that was built out of Lego, but there are some ways you can do things like you can move where you have a crosswalk by building the tiles in different places, stuff like that. There are some things that are cool, but it's also, I don't know. In other ways, it just doesn't look as nice, and it's going to be way more expensive because it's just a lot more plastic. I'm pretty sure the medicine my doctor gave me isn't what I need, but it's all good though. I'd be chilling. Oh, well, hopefully you can get something else soon. Oh, wait, no, I just read. Ah! You're the same. Your screen names are the same color, Inky and Brian, and so I just like read that as 2 parts of the same message. So, okay, sorry. No, are you going to be able to? Well, you probably can't go in until Monday, can you? Oh, you just did it over the phone? Are you going to be able to hopefully get them to adjust that? So I have to go now. I have to be ready in time. All right, well, breakfast, etc. Oh, yeah. So, well, yeah. Go get your breakfast. Get ready. Thank you for being here. We're kind of ending a stream anyway, so it's, yeah. Not much left. But yeah, thank you for being here. I sent you a picture of my mini dice. Is that on Discord? Ah, nice. Well, those are... Okay, those aren't much bigger than the ones that I have, I think, but the ones I have are just 6-sided dice. Have a great day yourself. All right. Oops. I literally just stuck my hand into that water because I am a pro. And I was trying to move it. I may build the other wreath on stream. If you haven't seen the wreath set, I picked up a couple of them because they have a couple forms of the wreath. I want to do the wall hanging one later and hang it on my wall. I thought it would be fun to put on the door, but A, it's not going to take the elements well. B, it will probably just fall off or get stolen. C, it's probably against HOA because they're very specific about decorations because they don't want anything that can like fly off and hit somebody's house. Oh, the wreath would probably be fun. But let's see, can I? Nah, that doesn't work at all. That doesn't work. Hey, Magic Masher, how's it going? Yeah, so it's in some ways it sort of makes sense. I think they're too restrictive on them, but I wonder if like something had happened at some point that basically like they limit what you can put out so that the reasoning they say is so that something doesn't just like get blown in a storm and like hit somebody else's house and cause damage. And I'm like, okay, I can kind of see that. I'm going. Been lurking in your crafting stream sometimes here and there. Oh, well, thank you. I always appreciate lurks. There's just being here is appreciated, even if you don't say something every time or even any time. All right, hey Bart, how's it going? So, are you up late again? Didn't you say that you're only here when you have to pull an all-nighter? Bart, don't want that 0.1 pounds Lego wreath to hurt a brick house. Yeah, so I don't know, like I said, I don't actually know if that would violate the HOA, but I would be sad if it like blew off and broke anyway. I usually have my hands busy making art. That's also a very good reason. I don't think I have much tea left here. So I'll switch over to this for the hydrate. What have you been making recently? Art-wise. Well, it's 9:30 a.m., so not quite an all-nighter, but the one time I decided to get sleep, you were streaming. Timing 101. Well, we're about to wrap up, and then you can sleep. Is there a small Lego snowman? You mean just in general? Oh, hey Jade, how's it going? I see you already discovered you got a gift sub earlier. There are a lot of small Lego snowmen in different sets. I'm trying to think. Did the Elf House have one? I don't think it did. I'm just trying to think if I have one right nearby. If the snow globe was big enough, actually it would be great to put this in a snow globe. Though getting your hands on this is a little hard too. That was a free with purchase set last year. And it was the year they released the big gingerbread house, so they made a mini gingerbread house that was actually like pretty phenomenal. It looks very much like the full size one. The back on this one isn't that exciting, but the back on the original one was just open with so you could get into the rooms, so it makes sense they didn't have much to go off of there. But yeah, there are a lot of little snowman builds in various sets that are only that big, and you wouldn't actually have to get a set. If you wanted to do that, I'd say you find instructions for one of the little snowmen, and then you just like buy the parts in bulk. Actually, if you got one of the advent calendars, there's probably going to be a snowman in there. Coffee paintings, they look like watercolors, but just using only instant coffee and water. Okay, I've heard of that. Actually, I'm trying to remember. You probably have mentioned that before. That was probably you. I've heard about that from before. Plus, the paintings are usually mostly brown, so they are like monochromatic. That is awesome. It is a neat set. I don't think it is that big. Amazon is expensive. Yeah. Not my first. Oh, it's your first time doing it. Okay, so who was it that was telling me about that before? Because I had never heard of that. It was probably some like random person that we raided into from some other stream. I will never remember who it was. I'm trying to remember if I even saw somebody doing I don't think it was even somebody like doing it. They were just talking about it. I'm not sure if I've actually looked it up. Now I've got to do that. If you want to share, I want to say that links are allowed in the chat right now, like that they're not blocked. So if you have a link to anything you want to show, go ahead and drop it in there. Shout out the random person we raided once. Oh yeah. Here, let me actually no. I was gonna play it and I just remembered DMCA. I'm pretty sure that even though like Carol of the Bells, I believe, is an old enough song that it is not copywritten, but the actual performance by Lindsey Sterling would be. But yeah, I love Lindsey Sterling's music. I will definitely be checking that out. I'm not sure how you do Carol of the Bells. I guess you just do a bunch of bells as a build. For those of you who weren't here earlier, I've been doing these Lego mosaics as part of a 12-day challenge, and the one that we're for today is going to be favorite Christmas song. So I've been trying to figure out what song to do. I just wanted to thank Lady Miss tonight for the sub and tell you I love you and stuff before I pass out. Earlier day tomorrow. Well, have a good night. Yeah, this is super early for you. YouTube has a great illustrator that makes tea and coffee paintings. Okay. I don't know why I just put the keyboard down. Casey Golden. Okay. I'm definitely gonna have to check this out. Let's just jump. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, I will switch over just to show a bit of it. I don't know that I should be playing it, but look at that. Actually, I also appreciate that for some reason, the picture is off center in the video, and so it lines up perfectly in my preview here. That is amazing. Oh, wow. That is so awesome. That is pretty incredible. So Casey Golden, Casey with a K. I guess just in case anybody's watching this VOD later and they're like, who is that? And the links are gone from chat. That is awesome. Okay. Oops. Wrong. Nope. Nope. Get that before we all my